Hello and welcome back to Owlogy, your go-to spot for fascinating facts and quick insights. Before we unravel today's mystery, if you love learning new things and want to support our channel, please take a moment to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps us bring you more content like this. Alright, let's tackle a big one. Have you ever been told that humans only use 10% of their brains? It's a captivating thought, painting a picture of immense dormant potential just waiting to be unlocked within our minds. But is this widely popular belief actually true, or is it one of science's most enduring myths? Let's dive in and separate fact from fiction. The idea that 90% of our brain lies unused, like a vast, undiscovered continent within our skulls, has circulated for more than a century. It's been a favorite of self-help books promising to unleash this hidden power, and has even crept into popular culture through movies and TV shows. Imagine if we could just flip a switch and access that other 90%. We might develop superhuman mental abilities, master new languages in days, or solve the world's most complex problems effortlessly. It's an undeniably appealing prospect. However, the world of modern neuroscience presents a much different reality. Thanks to sophisticated brain imaging technologies, such as fMRI and PET scans, scientists can now observe the brain in real time. And what these tools consistently show is that nearly all regions of the brain are active to varying degrees, almost all the time, even when we're asleep or just daydreaming. Think of your brain not as a single light switch that's mostly off, but as a highly complex orchestra where different sections play at different times, depending on the music. When you're engaged in a specific task, like reading, the areas of your brain responsible for language comprehension, visual processing, and focused attention become more active. If you were, say, learning a new dance move, different regions involved in motor control, coordination, and spatial awareness would take the lead. Even an apparently simple, everyday action, like pouring a glass of water, requires a complex interplay of activity across numerous brain areas. This includes planning the movement, executing it smoothly, processing sensory feedback, like the feel of the glass and the sight of the rising water, and maintaining your balance. It's a constant, coordinated effort. So, if we use most of our brain, where did the 10% myth even come from? Its exact origins are a bit murky. Some incorrectly attribute the statement to Albert Einstein, but there's no record he ever said or wrote such a thing. A more plausible explanation is that early neuroscientists, with the limited tools at their disposal, could only identify the specific functions for a fraction of the brain's structures. This might have led to mistaken assumption that the silent areas were inactive or unimportant. We now understand that these areas, including glial cells once thought to be mere glue for neurons, play vital roles in neural processing and overall brain health. From an evolutionary standpoint, the 10% myth also falls flat. The brain is an incredibly resource-intensive organ. It makes up only about 2% of our total body weight, but consumes a disproportionate 20% of our body's energy and oxygen. It would be a significant evolutionary disadvantage to develop and maintain such an energy-guzzling organ if 90% of it served no purpose. Evolution generally doesn't favor such inefficiency. Moreover, clinical evidence from brain injury studies strongly refutes the 10% myth. When a person suffers a stroke, head trauma, or develops a brain tumor, even damage to a relatively small area of the brain can lead to significant and often devastating impairments in cognitive, motor, or emotional functions. If 90% of our brain was truly spare backup material, such injuries would likely have far less impact. The reality is, almost every part of our brain is crucial for our daily functioning and overall well-being. So, while the idea of unlocking hidden brain power is exciting, it's not about accessing dormant sections. Instead, improving cognitive function is about strengthening the connections between neurons learning new things and keeping our brains healthy through good nutrition, exercise, and mental stimulation. In conclusion, the belief that we only use 10% of our brains is a persistent and popular myth, but a myth nonetheless. Scientific evidence overwhelmingly shows that we use virtually all of our brain, though different parts are more active at different times. The true wonder isn't some vast, untapped potential, but the incredible complexity and efficiency of the brain we use every single day. What are your thoughts on this? Did you believe the 10% myth before watching? Share your opinions in the comments section below. We hope this exploration was insightful. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up. And most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to Owlogy and have clicked the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future explorations into the fascinating world around us. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.